Sharks. The stuff of horror movies. And in recent months, sightings of the beasts from below have increased. But has it ever really been safe to get your toes wet?
Yeah. Well, we used to go down to Telebudger as kids, and I heard there was all sorts of stuff running in and out of there and never stopped us from swimming.
The fishermen who've spent more time on the water aren't so sure.
Oh, we've always had close encounters, and when we grew up here we had small tinnies, 10 foot long, 9 foot long, and you'd be pulling your whiting in and the sharks would be eating the whiting and then coming up and nudging the boat, and some of the sharks were pretty close to being the size of the boat you're sitting in.
Paul agreed to take us out on his boat and show us the most dangerous spots on the canals for shark activity.
Chevron Island Bridge, probably number 2 hotspot for sharks on the Gold Coast. Here, it's not uncommon to catch 6 in a single session.
That's quite a day's fishing, but the biggest feeding frenzy is further down the Nerang River.
And this is what we call the Bundle Bridge or Monaco Street Bridge. The Police Citizens Youth Club is just behind us, behind those houses there, and this area here is prolific with sharks during the warmer months.
And it seems they might always be with us.
I'd have to say the more canals that we build, the more sharks are going to come. We're going to see more and more of them. They've been here before we even came. If there was a river here, the sharks were here.
Other fishermen have spotted sharks right up to the lower parts of Moreton Bay, and of course sightings off our beaches aren't uncommon. Kurt Williams doesn't mind wetting a line, and he knows the dangers well.
They're everywhere. They're probably right underneath us at the moment. You just don't know where they are. They can be all the way down through the canals, right out into the lakes, all the rivers, in through the Broadwater, right out to the mouth.
Wherever there's water, it seems there are sharks, but as Queenslanders, there's just no keeping us away. Mark Pearson's been kayaking to work at Bond University for 7 years, and in that time, 2 people have been killed by bull sharks.
It certainly scared me at the time that people were taken by the sharks, but I figured they wouldn't be disrupting me in a large kayak skimming across the top of the water.
But he was wrong. Sharks can and have taken folks from surfcraft above the water as recently as a fortnight ago.
I reconsidered that a couple of weeks ago when the woman was attacked on her surf ski at Byron. So that shook me up a little, but not enough to stop paddling.
His attitude, I suppose, like many of us in the southeast, well aware but philosophical about the shark danger.
There's so many road accidents and so on. I'd be in much more danger driving the car or cycling to work than I would be paddling the kayak.